how are we doing? It's your boy Flicks back with another live stream. Before I start, you know what to do if you've seen this before. Make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Keep the notifications on, but please smash the likes. The more likes, the better. It pushes the videos, the channel, and the old algorithm up and all that malarkey. So, um, obviously we've got a few, well, I've got a few little things that I want to discuss in my stream. Obviously the Dortmund clash, very, very good game. How many of you watching predicted Tottenham to actually win that game? If you've seen my past streams, videos, etc., you know that I said that I'd be lucky to walk away with a point. I really did not see Tottenham getting anything whatsoever. You know, possible point, but yeah, man, it's just absolutely bonkers to think Tottenham not only walked away with all 3 points, but a clean sheet, and we absolutely dominated it, especially the first half. Absolutely outrageously. It's just you could not write it. You really could not write what actually happened. And it's just typical Spurs, isn't it? It's that saying, Spursy. Spursy, Spursy, Spursy. You know, it's again one of them ones where, you know, after that fantastic result Tuesday night against Dortmund, you know, we're on the verge of clinching last 16 now, you know. I think if I remember right, without checking the table quickly, I think we just need a point. Obviously, Eintracht Frankfurt are eliminated now, so they're out of the game. But yeah, I'm sure we just need a point now just to clinch that top 8. I'm sure of it. If anyone can correct me if I'm wrong on that one in the comments. But yeah, what was I going to say? It's just Spursy, man. Yeah, that's it. It's one of them ones where, like I said, you know, we absolutely dominated Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund. You know, they're smashing it in the Bundesliga. It was unbeaten in their last 5, roughly last 6 maybe. Coming into that game Tuesday night, and yeah, we just didn't let them in. We just did not let them in. But wouldn't it be funny if we, you know, going into the weekend? I know, look, the boys won. They should be full of energy, full of beans, momentum, spirit, all that malarkey, and then going to Turf Moor, and we'll probably get turned over. You know, there was a lot of rumours going, well, not a lot of rumours, so that's the wrong thing to say, but a lot of chat going around. Wouldn't it be funny if Tottenham actually win the Champions League but finish 17th? Like, when you think about it, that would be hilarious, but at the same time, it would piss me off. It really, really would. But here we are, guys. Here we are. Keep smashing the likes, guys. I'd really, really appreciate it. And yeah, let's see your thoughts in the comment section on obviously the Dortmund game. Um, but yeah, first things first. Bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna get it up. I wish I could get it up on the screen, but I can't do that right now. But obviously, it finished 2-0 to Dortmund. Goals from Christian Romero and Dominic Solanke. Um, Romero, man, more goals than Gyökeres of Arsenal. He again, you couldn't make it up. Couldn't make it up. You know, Romero is bossing it, but I'll get onto more of that in a minute with the defence and everything. But yeah, obviously goals from Christian Romero, Dominic Solanke, and Odebert with both assists as well. Odebert was absolutely phenomenal. And he's another player that I was just not really liking. But he had an outstanding game. He really, really did. But obviously, I'm going to go over the lineups first from Tuesday night. So obviously, Thomas Frank went with a 4-2-3-1 formation. So obviously, Vicario in goal, the old Butterfingers just lately, Vicario. Back four was Pedro Porro, Kevin Danzo coming for Mickey van der Ven, Christian Romero, and a Doogie. Now, this is where it got interesting because obviously we see Bergville and Archie Gray. And when we see them two sit in that central mid, we're thinking, fuck, like, Dortmund, man, they've got a strong team, and yet you've got Bergville and Archie Gray sitting in that midfield middle, and they're going to tear us apart. That's what I was thinking anyway. As soon as I see the lot, I'm thinking, right, okay, yeah, look, Thomas Frank, he's done what he could have. He's done to his, you know, best he could be, basically. You know what I mean? You know, with all the fucking injuries, I've got about 13, 14 players missing, you know, as we all know. But yeah, seeing Bergville and Archie Gray there, it's like, oh my God, how many goals are we going to concede tonight? You know what I mean? But yeah, and then obviously Odebert out on the wing. Javi Simmons was in just behind the striker. which was obviously Solanke, which again surprised me. And Jed Spence out on the wing. Now that's where it did surprise me again. Seeing Jed Spence out on the wing, thinking, freaking hell, like I know what I'm saying, we're all down to the bare bones and that, but Spence out on the wing. Come on, it's I'm all for it because there was nothing else to ask for other than the kids, you know what I mean? But obviously Solanke started up top, and I'm seeing Solanke, and I'm thinking, okay, he's been out for such a long time. There's no way on this earth he's going to last 90 minutes, let alone a full 45. But yeah, Solanke done well. The whole team was absolutely phenomenal. Actually, saying that there was -1. I'm going to say -1, and that was my Colin Mawani for me. Like I said before, and I'll say it, I'll probably say it again. I don't like slagging the Spurs boys off, but I feel Colin Mawani's had enough time now to at least get a goal. And yeah, he missed some sitters the other night. Mawani, yeah, especially that moment that it was. I'm sure it was getting to that last 15, maybe 10 minutes towards the end of the game, and it was 1-on-1 with the keeper. And I'm literally screaming, go around him. If not go around him, try and chip him. Don't just hit the ball straight at the keeper. But what's he going to do? Smashes the ball straight at the keeper. And yeah, I'm just sitting there laughing. It's the fans are getting on his back, and yeah, here we are. So that was the formation and the lineup that Thomas Frank went with. But yeah, with the likes of Bergville and Archie Gray, they were absolutely phenomenal in that central midfield. They really, really were absolutely outstanding. They stood their ground. So that was the starting 11. Now the bench, as we all know, we were down to the bare bones. The bench got very, very interesting. Obviously, Austin on the bench. Byfield, Hardy, Kinksky, Colin Mawani, Roswell Wilson, must see in there. Scarlett Thompson, Lewis Barnett was all on the bench, full of kids, and the only ones that actually obviously had a taste of first team football, from what I do remember, was obviously Kinksky, our second choice keeper, Mawani, who's still not bagged his first Spurs goal yet, and the poor sod that is Dane Scarlett, who just ain't getting a look in whatsoever. So that was the bench. Now we all know how many first team players we had missing, like Sarr just come back from AFCON, Basuma. Wasn't registered, if I believe. Obviously, Solanke swapped with Mathis. That I was all for. I was all for that. That's another player that I'm very like, yeah, I've had enough. I've had enough of Tell. So yeah, obviously Thomas Frank swapped those two around, and yeah, other players, big name players, as we all know, Kulusevski, James Maddison. When are them two going to come back? I can't wait for them two to come back. I've missed them two badly, badly. And obviously, who else was missing? Mickey Van der Ven was obviously another one. He was suspended. But yeah, so the back four, again, absolutely outstanding, solid. Did not let Dortmund through whatsoever, especially in the first half. Again, if I remember rightly, just quickly checking the stats now, whilst I'm on about that little topic, they had one shot on target. Borussia Dortmund had one shot on target. They are sitting second in the Bundesliga. They're smashing it in there. I know they're about 20 points behind Bayern Munich in their league, but that's another discussion. But you know, on their day, you would have thought they would have literally turned us over. But yeah, our back four stood their ground. They really did. Porro, Danzo, Romero, and Adugi. Big up yourselves. You know what I mean? Danzo for me. Top centre back. He really is. For me, I feel he doesn't really get the credit he actually deserves. I don't know if that's just me thinking that, but hit us up in the comments your thoughts on that one. But I really feel he doesn't really get the credit he deserves. Obviously, Romero not only getting another goal, but again stood his ground as well. Like I said earlier, the whole back four were absolutely fantastic. Bergville and Archie Gray in that central mid. Again, same as the back four, bossed it. Odebert out on the wing, taking players on. Like, I mean, Dreamland. I swear that's the first time I've actually seen Odibert actually take a player on. You know what I mean? It was like watching Messi. Yeah, and I'm going a bit OTT now, but honestly, it was absolutely outrageously just taking the piss. And obviously, Xavi Simons again all over the place. Xavi Simons doing what Xavi Simons does best on the Champions League night, even though he can't bring it that good into the Premier League, which baffles me. Um, but Xavi Simons was again absolutely outstanding. How he did not get a hat trick, I do not know. You know what I mean? You couldn't make it up. Couldn't make it. He had so many shots, yet there was just all just kind of flying over the bar. Um, Jed Spence out on the other wing again, like Odibert, absolutely taking the piss up and down the wing. And saying that, as well as Odibert and Porro, but especially Doogie and Jed Spence, them two out on that wing. You know, I literally thought they played well together. And, I'm seeing that, I'm thinking, okay, they've played well together. We got a fantastic result against Dortmund. Clean sheet, bossed it. Why not bring that? Why not bring that into the Premier League on the weekend against Burnley? And I know Thomas Frank. He's obviously going to switch up that midfield middle with Gray and Bergville. Obviously, Bergville's out now. I believe I'll get onto that topic a little bit later on here. But yeah, Gray as well. Obviously, we're going to probably be seeing possibly Paulinho and Gallagher back in that central mid. But yeah, going back to a Doogie and Jed Spence, why not start them two together on the weekend at Turf Moor against Burnley? Because I thought, I really thought they played really well together. Solanke, getting his first goal in, God knows how long. Bit of a fluke, really, wasn't it? But it was funny. It was funny. A goal's a goal, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm all for it, man. And big up Dominic Solanke there for getting that. And yeah, he was actually subbed off in the 70th minute. Now, he's been out for such a long time. And like I said, you know, I was I was not really all for him to start. Just for the simple fact he's been out for such a long time. Can he last a full 90, let alone a full 45 minutes? But he done well, man. He done well. Lasted up to 70th minute, and that's when obviously Kyler Mawani come on, and Kyler Mawani done what we've just been seeing every time he does play, and it's just missing opportunities or just not taking a player on, or he's one-on-one with a keeper and he just fluffs it. So yeah, here we are, and obviously before Moani come on, Byfield from the Spurs youth, he come on in the 62nd minute for Bergville, and again, absolute unit. I didn't actually realise how tall, big he actually is. He's phenomenal player as well. I thought he done really, really well. 17 again as well. Yeah, stood his ground and done a fantastic job. So that's that one. I'm just gonna have a little butchers in the comments, see what we got. Bear with me, guys. What we got here? Big Pants saying, can we play them every week? Yeah, exactly. Like I'm saying, it's why not? Why not? Especially a Doog and Spence. Why not try those two again out on the wing? Because like I said, I thought, in my opinion, they played very, very well together. The link up was very, very good. Spence being out on the wing, high up, taking players on. Same as Odebert as well. You know what I mean? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But this is Spurs. This is Spurs. We're not consistent enough. So it will be interesting, obviously, now seeing those boys perform against a very, very good Dortmund side. It's going to be interesting to see what side Thomas Frank will put up against Burnley on the weekend. Obviously, like I was saying earlier, I believe that Bergville is out for about 2 to 3 months, but like I said, I'll get onto that in a minute. And obviously, Archie Gray, again, very, very young, in his natural position, that central mid, but it doesn't matter where he plays. He plays his art out, he puts a shift in. But going on to the weekend, I can't really see him starting over possibly Paulinho and definitely Conor Gallagher, who were both unable to play Tuesday night. So that would be interesting there. What we got here? Big up Rodney Martin, big up Coys, big up guys, big up you guys in the chat. Another one here from Big Pants. If Mickey Van der Ven goes to Liverpool, that's another one I will get onto shortly. Danzo would be ideal for our defence. Yeah, if Danzo keeps doing what Danzo does best, then yeah, no brainer. It's a no brainer in my opinion. But we've got a serious. I know money talks in it, but we've got Tottenham have got to try to do their hardest to keep hold of him. Obviously, rumours are going around that Mickey Van der Ven's had enough, and he wants out. You know, and obviously it's rumoured that Liverpool want him because going off topic now, but Liverpool wanted to shake up their defence. But yeah, it would be sad to see not only Mickey van der Ven go if that rumour does come true, but to see him go to a rival as well. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. So yes, guys, big up you guys in the chat. Keep the comments coming. You know, we can have a little discussion in the chat as we go along as well. Just keep smashing the likes. I'd appreciate it. The more likes, the better. You know, it pushes the channel up big time. So yeah, man, that's that one. So I believe we just need a point against Frankfurt, which is next week, and then we have literally clinked. Literally got couldn't get my words out there. Literally got top 8. So as I speak, we are sitting 4th, a point ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. Who would have thought that? We're only a point behind Bayern Munich in 3rd. Obviously Arsenal sitting top and Real Madrid 2nd. But yeah, to be sitting 4th, obviously played 7, won 4, drawn 2, and only lost 1. Is absolutely outstanding. When you look at our Premier League record, home and away, absolute piss poor. But then you look at this, you couldn't make it up. Couldn't make it up. And again, Tottenham are in the record books for keeping clean sheets at home in the Champions League. Yet we can't do that in the Premier League. Again, you couldn't make it up. You really couldn't. You really couldn't. So yeah, man, I believe we just need a point. And certainly the English teams are all in there, apart from Man City. Obviously, I was saying that Liverpool as well, they're not in there, but I know they are. I'm sure they are. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy, man. And you know, I said before the Champions League group phase did kick off, I said to myself, I'd be happy to see Tottenham to at least get to the last 16. Maybe if we're very, very lucky, quarterfinal stage, and then yeah. But so far, so good in the European Cup, in the Champions League, but Premier League wise, they've got to start bringing that in now. They've got to start performing. But obviously, that's another discussion where I will get onto very, very shortly, and that's Thomas Frank needs the back in. We need signings. Conor Gallagher through the door. We got that Souza, Brazilian left back, I believe, but still not confirmed yet. I don't know what's going on there. But it's sounding like we've got him as well. Which slightly does baffle me because I'm thinking, hang on a minute, we do need more midfielders, especially wingers, creative midfielders, strikers as well. We need, you know what I mean? We ain't got goal scorers. We're relying on our centre backs. And again, we done it the other day with Christian Romero. But yeah, man. A little discussion that I want to have with you guys on Dortmund's red card, which was very early in the game. It was only the 26th minute. Again, I'm not gonna lie, it did baffle me, and at the same time, I did laugh. It's like I see it as because I know it went to VAR. I'm sure it went to VAR, but it's like they make up as they go along. And obviously it took a good 5-7 minutes to make their mind up if he's going off or not. Obviously, the ref pulled out a yellow straight away. I'm sure it did go to VAR. I'm sure of it, but they're sitting there trying to work it out. And I'm sitting there thinking, come on, it'd be very, very harsh to actually send him off. But yeah, obviously it worked in our favour. He got sent off. They're down to 10 men, but I'm still saying on my live stream as well. I'm saying like keep that mentality, even though they're down to 10 men, but keep that mentality of they've still got 11 players on that pitch. Don't, because as we all know, like for example, when Spurs go 1-0 up, they sit back. They don't go for that second goal. They don't go for that killer goal, etc. So I was like, keep that mentality. There's still 11 players on that pitch, not 10. But yeah, it worked in our favour. 2 goals, clean sheet, fantastic performance. Back four was absolutely phenomenal. Bergville, Archie Gray in that central mid, again, solid. Solanke with another goal. You know what I mean? Xavi Simons should have got a hat trick, but still all over the place, taking players on, doing too much as well. I thought, he could have done a little pass instead of taking another player on, for example, but still, he's working his socks off and he done well. Again, Odebert, etc. Absolutely outstanding. So that's that one. Let's have a little butchers in the comments quickly before I do move on. Paulinia Gallagher back for Burnley. Big up Ronnie. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, because I believe that Bergville will be out for about 2 to 3 months. But like I said earlier, I'll get onto that topic in a minute. And obviously, Gray, I'm sure he's going to rest Gray. And yeah, definitely start Conor Gallagher and Perlini in that central mid. Another comment here from Ronnie. Liverpool have to pay 100 mil if they want Mick van der Ven. As we still have 3 years left. Yeah, I see that about an hour ago that it's rumoured that Tottenham are going to want 100 mil. And if so, that's crazy. But thinking about it now, is he worth 100 mil? I'm going to say a little bit more than that. He's when you think of his age as well, and he's got so much pace behind him, there's no centre back on this planet that's ever been like that before. Solid, and yeah, if it'd be sad to let him go, but I know we need the money as well. But to let him go to a rival, I don't know. I don't know so much. If I'm the board right now and whatever, I would try my hardest to keep hold of him. I really, really would. I really would. But still, I do feel we've got a replacement, and that's Danzo, especially how we played the other day. Absolute brick alongside Christian Romero. But yeah, time will tell on that one, guys. Another comment here from Spurs Syndrome. Frank needs serious backing. Our front three ain't good enough. Depth, Mawani don't want to be there. Neither does Tell. I don't see the plan in place. Income, yeah, it's like that. Like I said in my last stream, etc. It's the same cycle, time and time and time again. You know what I mean? Our squad depth is absolute trash, as we all know. Back in Daniel Levy days, he looks at low wages. Or if I get him in, I can pay him that. I don't want to pay too much, so I'll get that player in. He's, when you look at Brennan Johnson, I know it was very, very divided. It was very 50-50 with Brennan. You either loved him or you hated him. Yeah, he wasn't the greatest, but I felt he put a shift in. I know he wasn't good running, tracking back and defending, but goal scoring wise, especially how we've been in the Premier League, you know, crying out for goals. And 9 times out of 10, when he's on, he'll bang you a goal. Um, you know, and I was, can we really afford to let him go right now? Obviously Solanke was still out at the time. Richarlison just scores when he wants. Dane Scarlett wasn't getting a sniff and still ain't really getting a look in. And I'm thinking, surely you want to keep hold of him right now. He was our top scorer last season, and you're getting rid of him. So I thought that was a little bit harsh, in my opinion. But he's at Palace now, and yeah, I wish Brennan Johnson all the best. I really do. So yeah, going on to what else did he say there? Yeah, obviously, Colin Mawani. Sorry. Yeah, like I said earlier in my stream, I feel I've seen enough of Mawani. I really have. He's just not cutting it for me. Send him back to is it Paris Saint Germain or Juve? I'm sure it's Paris Saint Germain. And I've only got him on loan till the end of the season, but I've seen enough. I really have. It's like Tell as well, Mathis Tell. I feel I've seen enough of him. But then I'll send out the Odebert, and look at how he played the other night against Dortmund. Absolutely phenomenal out on the wing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know so much. But definitely Mawani. I've seen enough. I've seen enough really. He's had enough opportunities to bang a goal. As we all know, he hadn't scored a Spurs goal yet. So yeah, it's like Ronnie saying, dump Mawani. You don't want to be here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Especially if a player don't want to be there, then yeah, just get rid, move on. You know what I mean? So yes, guys. So that's that one. So obviously we've got Frankfurt up next week. Is it Wednesday? I can't remember what day we play. Anyway, Tuesday or Wednesday. And I believe we just need a point now to clinch that top eight. Obviously, Frankfurt are no more in the Champions League. They're eliminated. Obviously, they lost last night to Carabao, I believe, 3-2. So yeah, that's that one there, away to Frankfurt next week. So that would be interesting as well. Obviously, we've beaten before in Europa, so I'm sure we can go out and get the job done, clinch top eight, clinch the last 16, and we push on from that. So that'd be interesting there, guys. So the next little discussion I want to get onto, let's talk about Bergville. This is from BBC Sports. Spurs Bergville facing up to 3 months out. Here we go again. See, this is where I want to have a little discussion on the recruitment, the medical, the whole freaking shebang, because it's just absolute shambles right now, isn't it? It really is. So it goes on to say, if you guys not read it from there, Tottenham Hotspur are waiting on a final diagnosis on Lucas Bergville's ankle injury, amid early concerns that he faces up to 3 months on the sidelines. You couldn't write it. Couldn't write it. The Sweden, sorry, I'll say that again. The Sweden international suffered the problem in the 2-0 Champions League win over Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday night. He was substituted in the second half, where he did try to continue playing. Yeah, he did. I do remember that now. He did try. So Bergville 19 is now set to be unavailable for 3 months. So here we go. Another player on the sidelines. What's your thoughts on that one, guys? Hit us up in the comments. Yeah, you couldn't make it up. You really, really couldn't make it up, guys. Really, really couldn't make it up. So hit us up in the comments on that one. So yeah, it's just crazy. And saying that, obviously after the game against Dortmund on Tuesday night, Xabi Simons put out on his Instagram a picture of his ankle. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but that don't look good. That don't look good. So it looks like it's not confirmed yet. It might just be a little bit of bruising, so he might be available. But like I said, it's not officially been confirmed that he's going to be missing for the weekend. But that's going to be a bit of a loss there, isn't it? If he's out for the Burnley clash at Turf Moor. So yeah, time will tell on that one. But I'm sure if I'm saying that, I'm sure if he's going to miss it, it would have been that would have been announced by now, surely. But you know, news could still break through tomorrow, for all I know. So that's Bergville. Um, Another one I want to get onto now. Again, this broke through yesterday, I believe, yesterday afternoon, where I actually see it on Sky Sports. West Ham's Somerville. Now, you know what I'm going to say? He's linked with a Spurs move. Now, what are your thoughts on that? If you're going to ask me, Flicks, what's your thoughts on Tottenham potentially getting Somerville? Nah, I don't want him. I don't want him. Yes, he's had one good game. And that, funny enough, that was against Tottenham. He's had one good game. Yet all of a sudden, Tottenham are going to splash the cash and go out for Somerville. Nah, 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 nah. I'm not for that. I'm sorry. I'm not for that. So yeah, I've just got this up. This is from if I can actually get it loaded. This is from the Daily Mail. Now I know paper talk and all that trash. Um, Excuse me, guys. It's not actually loaded. So that was good, wasn't it? But yeah, rumor has it that Tottenham are preparing I believe, 25 million. 25 million for West Ham's Somerville. Nah, like I said, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. He's had one good game against Tottenham, and yeah, nah, Tottenham can do better. Save that money, and go and get someone. Can't get someone better. Seriously, seriously, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. If anyone from West Ham, then Bowen, go and get Bowen. But other than that, no, I'm really not for it. But let's just see if there's anyone in the comments that's on that topic of Somerville. Bear with me, guys. I'm just checking the comments. Yeah. Spurs syndrome. I'll take Bowen, but they can keep Somerville. Yeah, just like I said, definitely, definitely. I'm not all for Somerville joining Tottenham. Sorry, but that's my opinion. But yeah, here we are. Sorry, there's another comment here as well about Bergville. Again, Spurs syndrome. I know he didn't have the best game against Dortmund on Tuesday, but I'd kill for. Oh yeah, yeah, he plays for. Yes, that was another one I was going to mention. I've actually forgot about him, but I wasn't. Do you actually think we can get him? I don't know. I don't know. But then Spurs over the past years have been linked with big name players, and it doesn't pull off. Doesn't really pull off, does it? So, yeah, Bergville, I'm heartbroken. Broken for him. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy to think he's just come back from injuries. Now he's got another one back out on the sidelines, along with Kudus, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, here we are. Here we are. So, Somerville joining Spurs. Nah, I'm not for it, man. I'm not for it. We're downgrading, aren't we? We're downgrading. When you think of the players we've had, Harry Kane, Sonny, Ericsson, Dele Alli, and then we're looking at players like that. Like, I'm not disrespecting the guy, but come on, we're better than that. Tottenham Hotspur Football Club are a lot better than that. If we want to be back in the top four, you know what I mean? We can't be going for players like that. I'm sorry, but we can't. We really can't. Another one, again doing the rounds, again involving West Ham, is their second choice keeper, I believe, Mads Hamidson. I think I pronounced that right. So Tottenham in talks with West Ham over signing Hamidson, in what pretty bizarre development. This is from I've never heard of that West Ham source. That's funny, but I know this actually done the rounds on not Talksport, Sky Sports again yesterday. So Tottenham in talks with West Ham over a loan deal for the keeper. Now, again, I believe rumour has it that Tottenham want to do a swap deal with Kinksky. Now, I'm seeing that, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm seeing it. I'm thinking swapping him for Kinksky. Nah. Surely not. Surely not. You wouldn't swap him for Kinksky. I've been calling out for Kinksky to start over for Cairo, which is another topic that I'm going to get onto now. You know, we all know Fakairo has been, how can I put it, butterfingers. He's been so inconsistent. He's a good couple of games, and then the following couple of games, etc. He's just absolutely poop. He really is. Especially against West Ham. When we let West Ham have that winner, the way Vicario just got shoved over by Callum Wilson. I'm thinking, come on, man, you're a keeper. Stand your ground. But the way he got shoved over, making out he got a foul, like we can all see it was that wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul. But yeah, Vicario, again, I ain't slagging my Spurs boys off, but he's not consistent enough. A bit like Richarlison, not consistent enough. And I've been calling out for Kinksky to have a little go and goal. The first going back to I can't remember actually when we did get Kinksky, but the first game he played was it against Liverpool. Hit me up in the comments, guys. I'm sure it was against Liverpool, and it was in the League Cup semis. I'm sure of it. And again, from what I remember, he had an outstanding game. The way he was smashing the ball out as well, finding the wingers, finding your runners, which is something that I'm constantly calling out for Cairo to do. You know what I mean? Instead of playing the ball short, which he does, in my opinion, a hell of a lot, find your runners. Find your strikers. I know it's hard to believe, because we ain't really got a striker. But at least find your runners. You know what I mean? Instead of just constantly playing the ball short. But yeah, I do feel Vicario has been, yeah, he's been a bit of a numpty lately. He really has. But yeah, that's going to be interesting there because I don't really know a lot about West Ham's second choice keeper, Mads Hamidson. So yeah, that's going to be yeah. Let's watch this space, guys. let's watch this space on that one. But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on the Vicario right now. So, anyone else in the comments? Bear with me, guys. Frank is talking about, yeah, after the game, maybe, just maybe. Yeah, again, maybe. Maybe, you know, possible rumours. I don't know. I like to tell myself, you know, because it's Tottenham, I'll believe it when I see it. Because, like I said earlier, we've been linked with big name players, and 9 times out of 10, it doesn't really pull off. So I believe it when I see it, and that's what I'm going to do with this kid. I believe it when I see it, sort of thing. So, yeah, another comment here from Spurs Syndrome. Vicario will be gone in the summer. Yeah, yeah. Again, you know, um, going on back Vicario, he was linked with, again, only about a month or two ago, he was linked with, if I remember rightly, was it both AC Milan and Inter Milan? It's up in the comments quickly. But I'm sure he was linked with both. And again, obviously, he had a very, very horrible game back in the Premier League. Again, I can't remember who it was against, but he had was it Fulham? Fulham at the Lane. He had a absolutely outrageously shite game, and obviously the fans were booing him, and that's not a good look. When the fans are booing you, that's got to really, like, yeah, ground. You're gonna want the ground to swallow you up big time, isn't you? But yeah, you know, he's like I said, he's not consistent enough. And again, like I say, a bit like Richarlison, not consistent enough. So if Vicario does go, I'm not going to really miss him, to be honest. But you know, if we're going to replace him, then you know Tottenham can't just go and get whoever. They've got to really like think about it. You know, spend wisely. But when I say spend wisely, you know, fucking get a top keeper, top keeper. Or saying that, just give Kinksky a shout. Give him a go. Give him a go. You know, and then we go from that. But yeah, so that's that one, guys. So yes. So yeah, if you're new, keep smashing the likes. The more likes, the better. It does push the channel. And the old algorithm and all that malarkey. So I would really, really appreciate if you could smash the likes and get subscribing. If you're new to my channel, please share and all that. So yeah, that's that one. Obviously, going on to the weekend quickly. Tottenham and Burnley. Obviously, Tottenham beat them early on in the season. Can the boys do it again? It's a big question mark there. You know, on paper, we should go there and absolutely annihilate them. Because Burnley are poor, let's face it, Burnley are poor. But then so are we in the Premier League compared to the Champions League. So that'll be interesting there, as well as the lineup. Obviously, going back to what I was saying earlier with the lineup, obviously Bergville's out now for 2 to 3 months. Obviously, Gray, I'm sure Gray won't start, so it's going to be Conor Gallagher, possibly Paulinho there. But the one I do want to see, like I said earlier, and I will say again, is a Doogie and Spence out on the wing. Because again, like I said, them two were absolutely phenomenal out on that wing. So why not give that a shout again and see if they can link up well and go from that, basically. Obviously, Mickey van der Ven will be back, so Kevin Danzo will be on the bench. And then we've got, obviously, the slight question mark, I'm going to say anyway, is obviously Xavi Simons with the bruising on his ankle. Obviously, it's not confirmed that he's going to be missing, but that'd be interesting there. And obviously, Solanke to start for me over Mawani, definitely. Yeah, man. At the same time, I want to see Thomas Frank bring the kids in a little bit more, like Byfield, Lewis Barnett as well. Lewis Barnett. I don't know if any of you watching this have seen Lewis Barnett play, but again, up and coming, homegrown, phenomenal, very, very talented. So that will be interesting there to see what lineup he does bring out. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to go back to that fixture when we did play. Bear with me, guys. It's just loading. When we did play, was it back in? when did we actually play Burnley? Was it back in? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it was our third game of the season. Yeah, Tottenham beating them 3-0. Goals from, funnily enough, Richarlison got 2 and Brennan Johnson got the third to kill the game off. Kudus got 2 assists and Sarr got another one. So yeah, 3-0 on a clean sheet. It's like the boys can do the same again this weekend, being away to Turf Moor. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Saying that, you've only got to look at the way they played against Liverpool last week. They were 1-0 down until dying couple of minutes, and Burnley managed to get an equaliser. I did not see that one coming whatsoever. So it will be interesting. And as we all know, Tottenham's record home and away in the Premier League this season, again like last season, it's been absolutely terrible. So let's hope the boys can bring Tuesday night's phenomenal win into the Premier League. A little bit of fight, a little bit of hunger, a bit of passion. You know what I mean? Let's bag some points and start climbing that table, because where we are in the Premier League is just loading, guys. It's just totally unacceptable. It really is totally unacceptable. Bear with me. It's just loading. So obviously, yeah, we're sitting 14th coming into week 23, and we've only won 7 and we've lost 9, conceded 29 goals. Funny enough, we scored 31. 31 goals. I thought it was a little bit less than that, because I don't really recall Spurs scoring that many goals in the Premier League. I really don't. But yeah, we need to start climbing that table, man. We're only 10 points behind West Ham. West Ham currently sitting third from bottom. And when you think about that game again against West Ham, that was only their 4th win. That was only their 4th win against West Ham. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, and I say again, let's hope the boys can bag the win. And yeah, and obviously we move on to Frankfurt in the Champions League next week, where hopefully the boys can wrap it up. Yeah, that's next Wednesday actually. Yeah, next Wednesday away to Frankfurt, Germany, so the boys can wrap it up and yeah, clinch top 8 and move on to the last 16. And then February, I don't know if you guys know, but February is very, very tough. From the 1st of February, Man City at the Lane, then we're away to Man United, Newcastle and Arsenal, all in that order. Now, we all know Man City, you're probably laughing, Man City, we've beaten before. We can do it again, surely. So, again, that'll be interesting. Man City they're not having a good time right now. Back-to-back defeats in the Premier League and the Champions League, so that'd be interesting there. Obviously, United are picking up a bit of form. They managed to get a result last week against City, so that'd be interesting there. Newcastle at the Lane, and then we got Arsenal. Again, back at the Lane, 22nd of February. So that will be interesting there, guys. Before I do go, if there's anyone, let's just quickly check the comments again. What we got here? Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Vakari will be gone in the summer. Yeah, I read that one. Yes. Yeah, if like I said, if Vakari does go, then so be it. I'm not really going to miss him, to be honest. Another comment here from Spurs Syndrome. So many players available to talk for a free contract. Why aren't we in for them? Yeah, Ruben Neves. Yeah, ter Stegen. Yeah, with Ruben Neves, I know especially last season we was again rumoured to be linked with him, but I can't see that one happening. He's out in Saudi Arabia, I believe, so he's raking in his millions. I'm sure he's not going to want to come back to the Premier League. But yeah, it'd be interesting. And obviously ter Stegen, he's moved away from Barcelona, I believe, so he's made his move now. I'm trying to quickly think of where he's actually gone. I know he's definitely left Barcelona, but I can't actually remember what club he's gone to. Another comment here from Spurs Syndrome. Barnett, I'll say it again. Barnett will be next season's. Yeah, he's making even better. And the under-21s, yeah, definitely up and coming. Very, very talented. Very, very talented. So, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, going into the weekend, you know, it's like the boys can keep that momentum. Spurs being Spurs, at the end of the day, you never know what Spurs are going to turn up. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. Another comment here. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to unsubscribe because I always see you. My sub box, yeah, never watched yet. So be it. You're going to get people like that. I don't care. I don't care. If you want to unsubscribe, unsubscribe. I really don't care. I really don't care. I ain't got time for time wasters. I really haven't. Don't like that you support the channel. We want, yeah, same, yeah. Big up Spurs syndrome, man. Big up yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna call it time there, guys. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Smash the likes. The more likes, the better. It pushes the channel up for the algorithm. And yeah, man, I will catch you guys on the next video. But yeah, take it easy, guys. And as always, up the Spurs. Come on, let's go.